Welcome, everyone, to this COVID-19 vaccination information Q&A for the city of Johnston, the town of Johnston. My name is Ben Barber. This is Deb Burton from RI Elder Info.
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm wonderful today, Deb. How are you?
So far, so good.
Excellent.
I am happy to bring up today Chief Raza from the town of Johnston.
Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Deb.
Morning,
How are
Chief.
you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So just to let everybody know, it is March 5th, so the information is going to be accurate as of Friday, March 5th. Chief, can you tell us, how do people get the COVID vaccine in Johnston? What's happening?
So currently, right now, if you go to the town's website, which is www.townofjohnstonri.com, you go to the town's website and you can register online through one of the links. It's very easy. If you do not have the capability of registering yourself, you don't have a family member or friend that can do that for you, you can call the senior center at 944-3343, and there are staff available and they will assist you. If they're out to lunch or whatever it is, leave a message and they will call you back and they will get you registered via one of our links for one of our clinics.
That's awesome. So when people are calling to register, or they're going online to register, are they actually making an appointment to get the vaccine, or are they letting people know that they want to be alerted when an appointment is available?
So there's two platforms. If you can register yourself, you go to the link and you can self-register. At that juncture, you'll be able to pick an appointment time and or a date. And basically you just show up on that day, you show up for your appointment time, and you get vaccinated. If you are unable to do that, if you lack the capabilities, whether it's a computer or you're just not that savvy with a computer like myself, it's very easy. Just call the senior center, 944-3343, and someone will register you.
Okay. And so once I get actually my loved one would get a vaccine appointment, is the place where they're getting the vaccine, is it accessible if they have to use a wheelchair or a walker to get into?
So in Johnston, we're very fortunate. We have an indoor recreation center, and it's located at 1741 Atwood Avenue. It's right on Route 5, Atwood Avenue, just past the police station. It's a very large space. It's approximately 28,000 square feet. So we're able to have a clinic which is socially distanced. It's a great space. Like I said, it's all one level. So there are no stairs. There's no need to, there's nothing that will inhibit you from getting into the building. What you do is you pull into the parking lot off of Atwood Avenue. There's plenty of first responders there to aid you. There's actually a drop-off point where you can get dropped off by a family or loved one. There's wheelchairs waiting for you if you need one. You don't need to get one out of your car. We have plenty of wheelchairs. We have people to assist you getting in. Even though you might not want or need a wheelchair, there is one available for you, because there's I don't want to say there's a considerable amount of walking, but there is some walking involved, because the space is approximately 28,000 square feet. So you're getting dropped off and you're walking in, and it's a little bit of a distance to get through the process.
So if you're somebody who gets short of breath when they walk a bit, you at least have some help there to get them from point A to point B.
Correct.
So if I have an appointment for my vaccine, should I show up really early to make sure you don't run out?
So what we recommend, and the Mayor Policina usually a couple of days before a clinic will do what's known as a robocall through Code Red. We advise the public that there is no need to show up any earlier than 10 minutes for your scheduled appointment. These clinics, whether it's in Johnston or any other municipality, the way that it works is that you're given a time for your appointment, you stick with that time, and that's how these things don't get backed up. You show up 10 or 15 minutes early, you get go through the process. There's a certain flow to it. You register, you're given guidance into the vaccination station. You receive your vaccine. And then what you need to do is, like everyone, you need to sit down and just, you're going to be observed to make sure that you're not having an allergic reaction. Some people, it's a 15-minute, and that's usually what it is. But if you have a history in which you might have a reaction to something, we request or we tell you to wait 30 minutes. And we actually have a lot of firemen and EMS people on duty. What they're doing is that they're monitoring you. They'll interact with these people and make sure that they're okay. So when you really think about it, if your appointment time or if you show up at your appointment time, the whole process itself from getting dropped off at the door, getting in your car and leaving should be anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes. It's that quick, it's that smooth, and you're guaranteed your vaccine.
That's awesome. So if I'm taking Aunt Mary to go get her vaccine, can I get one too?
So depending on your age group, if there is enough.
I'm not 65. I'm not 75.
Right. If you're 65 or above, even if you perhaps you're a school teacher, because they opened up to school teachers right now, all of these doses are accounted for. You know, our system through PrepMod is loaded up. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes we might get an extra draw, or there's people that aren't showing up, so we'll put your name on a list, and we'll give you a call. If you can come down and hopefully get there in you know, a pretty good amount of time, then you know you can receive the vaccine. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, most of these doses are all spoken for because all these people have already registered.
And so when people come, do they need to bring their insurance cards, their ID, payment of any kind, a credit card?
So whether you register yourself via you know, the internet and you register yourself, or you call the senior center and you register, there is no fee for this. This vaccine is being provided by the federal government free of charge. When you do call the senior center, you're not going to be asked for any type of payment. You're not going to be asked for a credit card or anything like that. It's just going to be generalized and basic information: your name, your date of birth, your address, and your phone number. And there is, like I said, there is no payment. So if someone does call you, or you call someone, there should be no questions like that whatsoever. Basic information, free of charge, no insurance information. That's it.
So if somebody's calling our folks, our older adults, and saying, you know, I can get you a vaccine if you give me your credit card or checking account, that's a scam, and they need to hang up the phone.
Yes. So what I would recommend is that if someone is asking you any information whatsoever that you're uncomfortable with, I suggest and I highly recommend you call the police station at 231-4210. Call us up, give us as much information as possible. Don't answer any of their questions, and we'll take care of it from there.
And so, and the other thing that has come up, Chief, that people are concerned if they happen to be undocumented, will the fact that they're coming to the vaccine clinic get reported to, I don't know, Homeland Security or ICE? Okay.
No. Our concern in Johnston, and I would imagine that this is throughout the state, we just want to get needles and arms. We want people to get vaccinated. We want them to receive their vaccine, so no one has to worry about that.
That's really the important thing, and that's one of the things that's really important to Ben and I, is to help our Rhode Islanders stay healthy and get back to normal. In the town of Johnston, we talked a little bit about this before we went live. If somebody needed transportation, does the town of Johnston provide transportation to get somebody into the vaccines?
At this time, no. We're looking for some guidance on that. We've been very fortunate. A lot of our congregate settings have already been vaccinated through state-run plans, and we haven't really received any requests for that just yet. If there was something that was an extreme case, then we would probably look into it. But right now, we don't offer that service.
Okay, so for our viewers out there, if you need transportation, don't let that be a barrier to going and getting your vaccine. Whether you're watching in Johnston or anywhere in Rhode Island, MTM is our non emergency medical transportation provider. And if you are an individual who receives the Medicaid healthcare coverage, you can receive free transportation to go get your vaccine. If you are an individual who is over the age of 60, you can participate in the elderly transportation program. And that is $2 each way for the trip, so $4 round trip. Um, that's actually the finance is actually handed to the driver that is providing the transportation. And if you are not 60 and you are not on Medicaid and are not able for whatever reason to participate in those transportation programs, you can call 211, choose option number 6, and they will be able to coordinate the ride service Lyft to provide free transportation. I don't actually understand how Lyft goes because I've never used it, but they can do that for free. So those are options to getting to the sites. Um, is there something happening now, Chief, for folks who are homebound?
At this time, that's another thing that we're looking into. We're working with the state to end up providing, whether it's transportation to the site, or actually bringing the vaccination out to them.
Okay, so that's good. And so the other part, I know that there's a survey which we'll put into the chat box when this gets aired, so that if you do know someone who is homebound, then they would be able to enter the survey, and it alerts the state for their planning purposes how many people need to get a homebound vaccine. But they haven't started rolling that out anywhere as of yet.
Correct. And the survey can actually be completed by staff at the senior center. So if someone doesn't have the means to complete the survey, they can call the senior center at 944-3343, and the staff over there will complete the survey for them.
Okay. And I think, one of the other kind of important things to remember is all of our civic responsibilities, where if you're calling the senior center, and I know that there's a lot of people out there who are really kind of nervous about not being able to access the vaccine, that kind of thing. If you rant and rave at someone and cuss them out, it's not going to get to the vaccine.
Yeah.
Just give somebody a bad day.
We've been faced with those situations at our clinic where people will come and there's a little bit of confusion with, am I entitled to it because of my age, and things of that nature, or they don't have an appointment. And like I tell them when they get there, we are only provided with enough dose to service Johnston residents that's 75 years in age and older right now. We're not tasked to do 65 and above. Currently, we don't have enough vaccine for that. I get it. I understand it. We're very sympathetic, and we understand, but we just don't have the capability to do as much as we want right now.
Yeah, emphasis on right now, I think.
Yes.
Right now.
Chief, first of all, I'm so sorry about the technical issues that I had there for a minute. But did you guys discuss whether or not when people get registered and they have an appointment and then they get the access to the vaccine earlier at another avenue and they take that, what should they do?
Yeah, so, as we all know, there is more and more vaccine getting out there. There's other platforms to get the vaccine. There's, whether it's through Walgreens or CVS or one of the state-run facilities at the Dunk or Sacanasset. What they need to do is that they need to call the senior center. So if they booked an appointment, say, 2 weeks ago, and they were fortunate enough to enter another platform to get the vaccine and they got it, they need to call us. Call us up. We'll cancel you out of the system, and then we'll make sure that vaccine gets to someone else. Because we do have some residents 75 years of age and older that we can call up and get them in and work it out to make sure that as many people get vaccinated as possible. So it's important. If you end up getting it, make sure you call us. call the senior center, 944-3343, and say, listen, I got my vaccine. Can you cancel my appointment for whatever day it is?
Yeah, that's really, really important. It's all of our civic duties to look out for each other, to just make that call, leave a message if you have to, so that the next person waiting in line is able to get it.
It's all about information, communication, and just having that knowledge of what to do, how to do it, and doing it appropriately.
Yeah, no, this is, what Ben and I have been working on, and it's super important that we get the information, the accurate information from the experts such as yourself. Chief, I'm really glad that you were able to join us today.
No, I thank you for having me, Ben, and Deb. I wish everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, and if they have any questions or concerns, they can call the senior center, like I had said, or they can call the PD. They can call the police department, 231-4210. And if I can be of service, just give me a call, and I'll answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you
Awesome.
very much. All right, guys. So to sum it up, to sign up or for more info, visit townofjohnstonri.com or call 401-944-3343. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Chief. And
Thank you, Deb. Have a great one. Thank you.
Thank you.